That's a Douglas fir tree. There's 3 of them in the yard, and you notice the branch droop, the branch fall. Some of them are vertical and others, or horizontal, and others are drooping pretty badly. So about 3 weeks ago, I started doing watering like this, trying to deep water to get water to the roots for these trees because we're so shy. And from doing this, those branches have picked up feet. I should have done a stop motion on the branch movement, watching the trees pick back up and absorb this water because they've been just too dry. So that's the story of many of the fires that you're hearing about. That this is just good for the trees, so they need it. These are suburbia trees stripped from their natural habitat decades ago, and they're still here, so they deserve some respect. They also dropped, I'm going to say 200 pounds of branches off of 3 trees from the winds that came up a couple days ago. So this is kind of what I'm trying to help the trees fight, have the energy to be able to endure. So COVID statistics, what's going on with COVID? That was the intent of the video, and I already wasted a minute and a half. But the COVID statistics, people are using some shit news source as if it's a reference for life and the universe. It's a 3-letter word. I think I've seen an article of theirs a couple of times because I just don't fucking go there because the bias was designed into their reporting. Not that others don't do it. So now you're seeing shit in the news about a 1%, or shit in conversations, and in some feeble news about like a 1% death rate from COVID. It's called a mortality rate or a morbidity rate. And if you go look, COVID infected patients have a higher mortality rate than the flu or anything else out there. That's just a fact. And the way you find this fact out is by going and looking at real numbers. And not once. You go 5 or 6 or 7 times and you find a range of numbers from different countries. The countries with worse medical health care have worse death rates, mortality rates, morbidity rates. The nations with better health care do better. The nations with a good leadership do better. Right now, the COVID mortality rate, the morbidity rate, is somewhere between 2 and I think I saw as high as 18%, 16% maybe. So you see a range of these numbers and you have to decide what's right. But 1% is not right. It's a lie. It's a mistruth. It's a mistale. It is a misuse of statistics and information. How does that happen? How do we not know how math works? All right, pieces out, folks.